Hello, welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead podcast. We are the two chicks. Yay!
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 77, November 8th.
Yep.
How is it November already?
I don't know, and it's like 70 degrees out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we've already had winter and now it's spring, and then...
It's the Indian summer.
Can we say that?
I'm going to say it. I don't really care.
Yeah, but I don't remember it being November.
Yeah,
It always... I don't know.
Yeah, either way. Our area has been so weird. We'll get 50s in December.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like this is my first year living on Earth.
Yeah.
Like really, this is how it is? Like,
Yeah.
not in my head. It's supposed to be, like, snowing.
Yeah, but, I mean, we've had snow on Halloween. We had snow, I think, October 10th one year.
Yeah.
We were out here.
I know.
So
every year it's just like, it's not how it's supposed to be.
I know. One of these years we're going to get nailed and it's going to be freezing cold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's be cold from October through March. And we're going to have to suck it up and deal with it.
Yep.
So. But we have a fun one. We're going to jump right into it this week. Basically, we've been... You and I have been talking back and forth about being in all the places, doing all the things.
Yeah, so we have chosen to be content creators.
Yes.
And so when I feel like I'm complaining about it, it's kind of like, well, you don't have to do it. Mm-hmm. And I know we don't have to do it. We're doing this until we don't want to do it.
Right.
Until it's not fun and just kind of going with it until then. But yeah, sometimes it feels like there's no good way to balance out how our living and then the content stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, to stay relevant, to stay, right, checking in on other people, and yeah, just staying out there and available. And
right. And we do have the Telegram, and most of the time you and I are in there.
Yeah.
Like, if you tag one of us, especially me, because I work during the day. Mm-hmm. If you tag me, I'm there. Yeah. I'll jump in. It's going to be 15, 20 minutes maybe before I see it, but yeah. It's hard because I want to be in there and talking to everybody, but I have other things I need to get done. Right. So we can do the fun stuff. Yeah. And do the podcast and do the Facebook pages and jump in Telegram and, stuff like that. We have to do the normal stuff. Yeah, we still have to live our life in order to be able to do all this other stuff. But, yeah, it's just... So this last week, I made a post, and it may have been... Maybe I was being dramatic, or I don't know. But I just wanted to make kind of a statement that I had to leave some Telegram chats. And it wasn't anything personal against the owners of the chats, but it just felt like I would put effort into them and never got anything back, I guess. And so it would drive me crazy. And I would think about it. And I would dwell over it and overthink about it. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have a contract signed that I have to stay in all of these chats. So once I left a couple of them, it was like, I don't know, freeing almost. Yeah, exactly. And that was always a thing with MeWe too, when you had the groups. Yeah. And it was like, at one point I just left MeWe. I'm like, I am not going to deal with this. Yeah, I mean, MeWe is a whole mess in itself, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think sometimes it's okay to back out of things. And it's not to, burn bridges or anything. It's just, I think it's okay to be busy. Right. Or to know when enough is enough. In reality, what I want to see is I want to see our chat dead, because that means people are doing something. Yeah. And that's the most important thing, that you are actually out there and doing it. Yeah. And making yourself a better life, so to speak. Yeah. Instead of sitting on 24/7 on social media. And
yeah. Which sometimes I still feel like I do.
Oh, and I had to consciously walk away from social media too.
Yeah.
But it's a double-edged sword because we do need it.
Yes. So I did decide to accept the offer on Facebook to monetize our page. Mm-hmm. But I went into it going, okay, I've been posting on there for, I don't know how long we've even had it, over a year now. Mm-hmm. And it's like I enjoy it, and I'm just going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
I am making a conscious effort to stay more consistent, and I downloaded the Suite app.
Or whatever, I have the Suite as well.
To schedule posts. Mm-hmm. And that is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Because Facebook is just one of those places where you post it and you walk away.
Right.
And I mean, I do see people comment, and I do try and make conversation, but it's not the same as like Telegram or some of the other places.
Yeah, Telegram is definitely a rolling chat where you can come and ask legit questions, and nobody's gonna.
Yeah, Telegram is like a conversation when you walk in, and then you just kind of can walk out.
Right.
But Facebook is.
It's got a. Yeah. Facebook is Facebook, and in reality, before we started this, I was helping somebody do their Facebook page. I'm not going to say who it was because that's neither here nor there. But for a little while, I think it was, 6 months, maybe, I was helping somebody run their page, and I actually learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate him taking the time to teach me that, because it has helped a little bit, especially with the Homestead page.
Yeah.
Like, 5 years ago, I know what the algorithm was 5 years ago. I don't know if it's close to being the same, but we're rolling with it and seeing how it works.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working okay. Mm-hmm. You know, you make your couple 3-4 posts a day, and strategic times, and there's certain days that are better than others.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, my one thing is to stay consistent and schedule some out so that it's not like, oh God, I haven't posted there in a couple days.
Right.
Or, oh gosh, we want to go do something all day tomorrow. I got to stop and make a post on Facebook. And it's like, it just kind of happens. And it's funny because I forget about it. Because you mentioned something about, oh, so the brownies were good, huh? And it was like, what are you talking about? And it was like, oh yeah, it posted for me at 10 o'clock this morning about the brownies that I made.
Yep. So when I was doing this, I used to sit at home, or you guys would go to bed at oh God, this is when the youngest was 1.5, maybe 2. We had just moved in here. Yeah. And we were all going to bed at 8 o'clock, and I'd be up till 11 scheduling all the posts for the next day with this person's page. And
because they were pretty long involved posts, weren't they?
Yes and no. I had a set photo bank to go through, and it was products, so I was able to go through and post, take the stock photo, and then I'd have to go find a quote that or something that went with that, and it'd have to be relevant to current day.
Yeah.
So there was always articles I was reading, there was always the books I was researching, and there was a lot to it. It was kind of fun. I mean, it still is kind of fun playing with a page and seeing what you can get. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is our goal was low. Mm-hmm. Our goal was really just to have fun and just post stuff we're doing. It's kind of turned into now where it's we can post product that we have. And I know Facebook is kind of the devil in the homesteading community, but it works. And
you have to go where the people are and the money is.
Yeah. And so, I've gotten a lot of sales off of Facebook because we post our links and stuff.
Right.
And we've also met a lot of people. I mean, we started the local group we've met a ton of people. I mean, that group kind of blew up. Yeah,
and we don't police it at all.
No.
We just let people do kind of what they want.
It's pretty quiet, but like you're saying, that's not a bad thing. People post in there when they need to.
Right.
Not just feeling like, hey, where is everybody? You know, everybody's just kind of like doing their own thing until it's like, oh yeah, I'll post in here or whatever.
Right. It's your typical Facebook group, but everybody, like, if there's something important that goes down in the area, we'll post up in there.
Yeah.
Or if somebody needs help or they're selling something farm related, they'll post up in there. Mm-hmm. You know, animals, stuff like that. Yeah, I know Facebook doesn't like animals, but F off. There are ways around that, and we follow them. Mm-hmm. You know, we've put rabbits up for sale in there. We've put our classes up in there. We put the meetups in there. We've done everything we can in that group that we enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And we also do a lot on the Facebook page, which turned into something really amazing today, that we got an order from somebody that shocked both you and I.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow. So if you are listening to this, thank you very much for ordering that, and we will have that on its way shortly.
Yes.
So, but I mean, it's amazing how far we've gone, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah. And I still have to remember I'm a mom, and I still have to remember that we can do a lot of this stuff because I'm a mom. Like, sometimes I think, gosh, if I only had some alone time, I could do more.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the only reason I'm home is because we've got the kids. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's okay to not be everywhere all the time and just balance it out a little bit. And I know that, like Amy Dingman said, there's no such thing as balanced. Mm-hmm. But
it's organized chaos 9 times out of 10, honestly. I mean, that's kind of how this weekend went. It was organized chaos.
Yeah.
So, and I know I have backed off of groups and stuff because I have my normal job, and we may not be the busiest right now, but I still need to be there for my job. It's important because that's what allows you to stay home and us to do the things we want to do. Mm-hmm. And I have to be there.
Yep.
You know, there is no remote work with my job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love there to be, but there is not.
Yeah, you can't really do it like that.
Can't exactly bring a truck home at night.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's also fun once the girls go to bed. That's usually when I jump on. When the girls go to bed, I'll come down here for a little bit and stick my head in and see what everybody's doing. And I try and get around as much as I can. I try and hit the live streams. But reality, I'm team replay 99% of the time.
I mean, a lot of the live streams are either right at bedtime, and then by the time I come down, it's like it's starting to, wind down.
Yeah.
And then the daytime ones, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can listen in for a few minutes, but I can't just commit.
Yeah, and then somebody wants a bagel or...
Yeah, I mean, it's guaranteed anytime I do anything, somebody will need something.
Yep, just like before we came down here.
Yeah.
Someone's been fine all day, and all of a sudden they got a tummy ache.
Yeah.
But she's perfectly fine eating ice cream upstairs right now.
Well, no, she's not.
Oh, she's not?
No.
Okay. That's the other one.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think it's... Even if we choose this life, I think sometimes it's okay to be like, we can't do it all. Mm-hmm. And anybody who expects someone who chooses to do this to do it all, it doesn't realize, that a lot of the stuff we're doing, we're not getting paid, and that's okay. We don't want to get paid, but
right, like we have no monetization set up on this podcast.
No,
and we're not planning on it.
Yeah.
The original plan on this was, let's throw it out there and see what happens, and it's kind of morphed into, it'll be something nice for the kids to listen to in 10 years when they want to go, what were we doing when we were younger? Here's all the stuff that I remember.
Yeah.
It's, my parents did this, my parents did that, I learned how to do this, and it's all there.
Yeah.
So it's a good reminder for them to remember their childhood. Mm-hmm. So... it's been kind of fun. And then we have the Facebook page where they are involved with a lot of stuff where they can go back through that and go, I remember baking that. I remember painting that. I remember doing that. And, oh, I love that house. And, you know, the little stuff. You know, it's funny, we'll talk about the oldest not liking the rabbits and such originally, and now she's perfectly fine. I am really curious if this next batch we do is she does one.
Yeah, I don't know. So when is it gonna go to the next generation?
Right, exactly. I mean, we've already talked to them about them taking over handling them. Yeah. So, you know, getting out, feeding them, watering them, doing that stuff. I've talked to the oldest about that, and it comes and goes. I mean, she's only 10. Yeah. So, she'll get there eventually. Yep. But she's wanting to be involved, and I would rather spend time doing that than spending time playing on my phone, because they're going to remember that. Yeah. Oh, so, you know, I would imagine she'll want to go hunting sometime soon. So we're going to get into that. Yeah. I know you had no inclination to go this year, and then all of a sudden now we are. Mm-hmm. Both of us. Yeah, it just worked out. I mean, it was as of right now. Yeah. As of right now, it's worked out. And anything can happen in the next month. Right. And you've put a ton of time into that. And I don't think you could have done all that stuff if you're sitting there playing on social media. Right. You know, setting up all this stuff and having all of your things that you want to get done, you know, making sure the content's out, the podcast is out, getting ready for hunting season. You know, there's a lot of stuff in it. Mm-hmm. I actually made a to-do list the other day, and I got it all done. Good job. And it was, I don't know, like 10 things, but I don't normally do that. I don't usually sit there and write everything out, but it really, really helped. Mm-hmm. Because I'm one that I have to, and I'm sure you have noticed this, that I have to say things out loud. Oh, yes. Many times. Mm-hmm. Because it's rotating in my head. Oh, yeah. And I will tell you the same thing 10 times just because I feel better just saying it again. And you're probably going, I know, I said I'm going to do it. It has been that way for ever 15 years that we've been together. But yeah, writing the list out really just let me go, okay, all this stuff can leave my head. Mm-hmm. It's right here. And I just go down the list. Do you have teaching you how to kick people out of Telegram on that list? No, I should. Can you teach me how to kick people out of Telegram? I made the chat myself. I don't understand why I can't remove people. Not that I have anyone to remove right now. No, but there's we get spammers and bots and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're poking around, that's always been a joke. And it's like, Nate, I need you. Yeah, because I know exactly what to do. I go in there and I do it, and it just works out that way. Yeah. So. No, but I need that. We'll get there tonight. Yeah. So we got a little bit of time before the kids go to bed. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. So I mean, I think it's okay to not be able to be everywhere, not listen to everything. I only listen to one podcast. Right now, yeah. Right now. And I'm like 2 or 3 when I have time. Yeah. Like I'll go down an audiobook rabbit hole for a month, and then I'll go down a podcast rabbit hole for a month, and then I'll go down another content rabbit hole for a month. Yeah. Right now, my thing I'm kind of listening to is how to do sim racing, because I have we have the Xbox, we have the wheel and pedal set, and I'm learning how to do that. But that's just one more thing that we do. We're homesteaders, but we still have off-the-wall hobbies. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of hobbies we have. A couple weeks ago, I went and did a photo, and that was last minute. Parks on the Air with Carlos. Yeah. I mean, he talked to me like the night before, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's podcasts I want to listen to, but with the kids home, it's like I can have music in my ear, but I can't focus on anything. Yeah. You know, when every
little while, there's kid stuff going on, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, when I can actually sit down and just autopilot at my job, that's when I do audiobooks and podcasts. Because I've done the thing for 1,000 different times, but it's always the 5 minutes later, hey, can you come help me with this? Hey, I need help with this type deal. And that's what interrupts a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I'm at that stage right now of the season. So pretty soon we'll get back on the autopilot and we'll be able to actually get things done. So I do have Atlas Shrugged on my phone. I've already got the first 3 chapters done. I'll do those again before the next live stream with Tim.
Yeah, I think I need to sit down and read those chapters. We're doing 3 chapters?
3 chapters.
I need to sit down and read those chapters because I don't know how much I retained having it in my ear, because I would zone out or someone would be talking to me and I'd forget to pause it. Or but
yeah, it's manageable when you can do it in 3 chapter sections. Yeah, I think it's going to take a little while, but 3 chapters. You're 64 hours for the book, so 3. You're about an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, I think. Yeah. Somewhere around there. I know 1.5 speed was like an hour and a half, so call it 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah. So. Well, yeah. Shouldn't be too bad.
No, I just need to do it.
Yep. So we'll get a night where you can just sit down. That'll be when the girls take off, you can sit down and read it like a couple days before we go live. Yeah. Yeah. So, but Friday before we go hunting, just sit down and read it. Yeah. So you'll be done with NaNoWriMo.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a whole nother.
How you doing on that? Pretty good.
So I'm kind of cheating. I'm using the words I'm editing as words towards the 50,000, just because. Thank goodness, because there's no way I'd be getting it done this time.
Well, you are basically rewriting your book.
Technically, yeah. So I'm just kind of I'm working it to my advantage. Yes. And they don't care. Yeah. I mean, it's being able to focus and find inspiration in writing. It doesn't matter whether you're writing a bunch of new words or whatever. So.
Yep. Well, cool. It's going to be something fun. Yeah. But you got anything else on it?
That was it.
Okay. Well, let us know what you guys think. Shoot us an email, info@twochickshomestead.com, or jump in the Telegram and we can chit-chat about this a little bit when we have some time. Because I would love to see if this is resonant in the community. Because I know we've talked to a few people here and there, and you just get busy. And you step back from a lot of stuff. So.
But it doesn't mean you're not thinking about it all.
Right, absolutely. I mean, we're still there. If you need help with something, we're there to help you. You know, as soon as I can, I'll jump in and help anybody with radio stuff, or when somebody put up a question or CWD today in one of the chats. Yeah. And we're chatting about that back and forth a little bit. Kind of what we deal with down here. So we are a chronic wasting disease county for deer. So it's just reality. And you just kind of know what to look for. So, but that time of year, it always comes up this time of year.
Yeah, well.
So, but we'll catch you guys next time.
See you on the homestead, where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.